Yay! Wait, where's my BGM? Oh, there it is. Missing BGM. That was weird. Hello. She's alive. Oh, thanks for the resub. Hi, HD. How's the living going? It's been better. I am still feeling pretty bad, but I'll try my best. We're streaming today. Hello? Hi.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, I don't like feeling sick. Hope I get better soon. Me too. I don't like feeling sick. It kind of sucks. It's been a while. How do? Good? Who? What? It has been a while. Yeah, let's play the game, I think. And then let's see how long I can go. I think. Is that right? Does that sound right to you guys? I don't have that much else to say. I was like slightly anemic, and then I had a really painful couple of days. Like I was on the painkillers, but it didn't do anything. So yeah. Actually, give me like a minute. Actually, I'm gonna take out my retainer so that I can talk properly when I'm reading from this game, because there's a lot of reading, and then let's get going. So you guys just stay right there. Oh, one thing I did figure out was, does the microphone sound any different to you guys? I figured out that I actually recently have moved it to the side, and the last time you were here, I was streaming Persona 4. You mean Persona 5, maybe? I've never streamed Persona 4. Jose! Thanks! Welcome back. Jose joined doing a Sleeping Dog stream a long time ago, and I think I insulted his father or something like that, or I told him his mom was fat or something. I don't know. To be fair, he came in like he wanted to fight, you know? So I was like, I called his mom fat or something. And he's been around ever since. Okay, yeah. So the mic sounds a little different. I have moved it in front of myself. The reason why I moved it to begin with was because I have the leap motion now, and every time I was moving my hands around, my hand kept running into like this. See, I'm hitting the microphone. So I moved it, but then you guys were complaining that it sounded different. So I've moved it back, and hopefully it sounds better, less echoey. Maybe. Do you want a comparison? I can move it to the side if you guys want to check it out. Why am I so dark? Sounds better? Okay. Here, I'll move it to the side so you can hear. This is what it's like when it's to the side.
Huh? No sleep? What are you doing here? What? The stream? Well, it's not like it's streaming for you or anything. Baka!
Can't tell if the cats are fighting in the background. They're not even here. It isn't jarring when you hit the mic. Is it not? I always thought it was kind of noisy. Like when I hear it in the VOD, it's like a bonk sound, you know? Okay, anyway, give me a minute. I'm gonna take out my retainer and then we can start. Oh, thank you. Thanks for the gift subs, Jose. Sorry about your mom. Is she fat? I don't know. I just said it because I was mean, you know? I don't actually know. I'm sorry. Thanks for the gift subs. Yeah, what's funny is I mean, I've been, like I said, I've been really sick, and it's been really unpleasant. I would say yesterday was raid day, and oh, thanks for the sub, Spider Cat Lord. Oh fuck, you start at the cringe train. Thanks for the sub. Yeah,
Yay! A subscriber!
What was I gonna say? Oh, right. Yeah, so yesterday was raid day, Final Fantasy 14 raid day, and I was supposed to... We were supposed to raid from... Hi, Maple! I was supposed to raid, I think... We were supposed to raid from 6 to 9, but... Or 6 to 8 or something? And then I was supposed to stream at 9, but like at 8 o'clock I just like... I was like shaking with pain. I was like in so much pain that I was shaking. And like we kept wiping, so I think they thought that I was triggered, which I was. Like I was triggered. I was extremely tilted, but I didn't rage quit because I was tilted. So I was like, hey guys, you know, can we just do last pull? And I think they thought that I was like really angry that we kept wiping, but actually it wasn't that I was angry. It was that I was in a lot of pain. And then after we failed again, I just left. And then they probably were like, man, Shino is raging again. But I wasn't raging. I was like in a lot of pain. So that's the problem when like you're a rager. when you're a rager, people attribute everything to raging, you know? Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between rage and pain. Shino was raiding a boss of her own. Yeah. F of B minus F of A. Thanks for following. What is that? Is that an equation? F of B minus F of A. Or is that like some... Is this some white supremacist thing? What have you made me read my own mouth? I've learned on Twitch that you can't just read stuff if you don't know what it is, because people try to get you to read Nazi... That's a math thing. Yeah, which... What is it? I don't recognize it. It's not a white supremacist thing? B.A.? Huh? F of B minus F of A. Bachelor of Fine Arts? What? Thought it was a math equation. I don't like the faces my model makes when I'm drinking water. Very derpy. I can take more oh! I can take more pills! Where are the pills? The Mean Valley Theorem. I've heard of that. I've heard of that. Where are the pills? Where are the pills? I don't see any pills. I need my drugs. Bring me the drugs. Bring... Ah. That goes right into my eye, that's right. Ah. Yep. Hi. Hi, Jericho. Okay, let's just get started. I'm feeling okay enough to... I can probably go at least an hour or two. Yeah. And then... Call my cat. Cookie. There, I did it. I called her. Cookie. Cookie, come out. I called her. I don't want her to come. She's gonna... Oh, you guys can see me opening the blister pack. This is weird. Look. Amazing! Wow, it went into my eye. I think the leap motion might be at the wrong height. When I'm putting it into my mouth, it looks like it's going into my eye. Let me see if I can fix that. Oh, you know what? I'm too lazy. Fuck it. The cats always make this stream better. Ah. Alright, good. Excellent. I love drugs. Okay. Blister pack ASMR. Let's get started. By the way, in case you guys are worried, it's just paracetamol. Yeah, this is just 1,000 milligrams of paracetamol. So, completely normal. Nothing to worry about. Okay, let's play. Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. You saw me on YouTube? Bitch, I don't have a YouTube. I mean, I sort of do, but... Hey, so question about this screen. Do you guys like it when I... Do you guys prefer it when I... That's so pretty. It's free. This one is free. The transition that I just used was free. It's in my credits on my about page. So do you guys prefer it when I am colored? Wait a second. Let's see. Here. So I can be colored like the background. Thoughts about that for this game? I thought maybe it wasn't that. I mean, this game isn't like immersive in the same way that other games are, right? So I thought maybe it was kind of like irrelevant, redundant, something. Yeah. Do I need dynamic lighting for this game? I think maybe not. I turned it off in the last stream. Okay, the adventure of the unbreakable speckled man.
In a corner of that small, dark room,
It's
Sholmes and I waited
voice.
with bated breath. In time, there
Why am
came
I so
from the
large?
ventilator
Hold on.
a hiss and a soft, almost growl-like sound.
Better. Or maybe a bit too small.
Suddenly, Sholmes sprang into action, lashing furiously with his cane at a point in the darkness.
Here.
You see it, Wilson? He yelled, his tense voice
That might be a
reverberating
little too
through
large.
the air.
What's happening? I wasn't
raised
paying
my
attention.
dark lantern shutter, and the room slowly came into view. Sholmes was staring intently at one particular corner.
Your reward
when
for
he started
solving that
whispering
case
to
is
me
2 free minutes of
the
narration.
victim's most perplexing final words. The speckled band. I believe this is the terrible
Oh, I
cause
think I
which
read
you
this
referred,
one.
Wilson.
Yeah, it
In
was a
front of
fucking
us
snake.
was an
That's what I
enormous
remember.
adder, its fangs bared as it threatened
So like
to
a snake
strike.
Was the killer
It
or
truly
something.
was the most terrible speckled band I had ever seen.
Okay. Did you miss the stream last time you saw this? I was on the first case. You must have, because we solved that case. No, it's my turn to read. 9th of January, 6:37 a.m. on board the steamship Burya. Fuck you, I wasn't done reading. Oh, anime.
So then, let us unravel this
It's
mystery
voiced.
and discover what events led to this curious murder. Pray, do excuse me.
He's
The
gay.
cabin door was bolted from the inside when the man was killed. No marks to suggest the bolt was tampered with in any way. So, this would appear to
This is
be
about where you got to?
a true
Oh,
mystery.
you in playing the
In
game?
his final moments, the victim scrawled a message on the floor.
He's not gay, he's just European.
Almost certainly with the
Jolly,
ink
aren't you
of this
European?
upset bottle.
Wait, what the fuck? He just shat out a piece of paper.
So the victim was a Russian man then, and the letters are well formed, suggesting he was compos mentis at the time.
Akeruna?
Script,
Akeruna?
and evidently not.
You can't help beyond much beyond this
In
much.
fact, I
Okay,
deduce it
the
was
great
written by someone
based
with
attorney.
personality.
What do you mean it's not tempered? It's broken. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. Like,
This paper seal was placed just prior
oh
to
shit! What the fuck is that?
the victim himself, I would venture. Well,
Photo says wardrobe
what
in
happened
Russian.
here?
When did this become sci-fi? This isn't sci-fi. This is anime. Oh,
Who are you? And what do you think you're doing here?
he's Russian.
Da! No one must touch before maritime police come. We must wait.
That will
Since.
be necessary. You see, in less than 5 seconds from now, I will reveal the killer to you.
What?
What?
Don't be absurd.
Thanks for the follow,
This is murder.
guy.
And in cabin locked from inside.
Music Boy Zero.
Ah, yes, the locked room. But that mystery is
Where you learn Russian, you're curious. I think Alzara is Russian. Sunburns.
The culprit is in there.
I think he knows Russian by dint of being Russian.
Who are you? And where have you come from?
I'm a great British consultant detective, the only one in the
Yay! He's pretty.
world. Shows. I presume
He's kind of pretty.
you must have heard of me.
He's pretty. Yeah, he's pretty. Yeah, he's pretty. So, your stupid boyfriend? Hairlock Sholmes, that's right. My head is throbbing. Okay. What's going on? I don't know. What could be going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in the air. Sounds or smells like my boyfriend farted. What's his name? I already forgot his name. Kazuma. Kazuma farted. Wait. I can't move. Oh my god. Why am I in handcuffs? So you wake up now, huh? BDSM? Oh. Should I try a Russian accent? I don't want to offend anyone. Who did I murder now? We had to drag you. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I had a really wild night. I had a really wild night with this guy. Forget Kazuma. This was the guy I wanted. And blonde and blue-eyed NPC. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You are a true cold-blooded man. Who did I murder, streamer? I'm fucking dying, dude. You... you found me then. Da. We found you. And now you pay. Criminal with a K. Criminal with a K. Criminal with a K. Is that the Russian word for criminal? Is it criminal with a K? How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe, hmm? Sorry, it is? No? Aren't you both Russian? You guys memeing? Oh, fuck. Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes with a K. Unless you want to find out how cold of a K the ocean is, huh? No, I'll tell you everything. There's only one thing I'd like to know from you. Ugulovnoy? Okay. Isn't that... It's her! If you want to sound Russian, you start to pronounce every W as a V and also pronounce TH in any other way than correct. Okay. Okay. Are you sure you want me to try? I don't want to be like racist. You know, I don't think like making fun of people's accents is funny. I just wanted to entertain you guys, so. Why did you do it? Why did you take his life? What the fuck? Now you think Miss Susato. Who did I kill now? What did you just say? Take his life? Where is he? Where's Kazuma? Wait, that? You pretend you do not know? You are a wolf. You are a wolf in the sheep's pelt. He's fucking dead. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses. You're kidding me. What? Kazuma-sama's body was discovered? Wait, I'm so upset that I'm starting to sweat. I need to open a window. I'm cutting off at the top a bit. Oh, I'm peeking? Oh. I don't know. I haven't changed any of my settings. You guys want me to... Does anyone know how a compressor works? Okay, wait. I'm gonna turn on the fan because it's very hot. What's the matter, compressor? I'm not sure. Okay, so I have a ratio of 8, a threshold of -18. I think the attack and release is probably okay. So, is it the threshold or the ratio that I want to change? He's the... Gone after one case of a K. Gone after one case of a K. Yeah, anyone know? How to adjust the compressor. I don't understand, like, what's going on though, because I didn't change any of my settings. And it seems like I've had a lot of problems with my microphone even though I haven't changed anything. It's kind of triggering. Slightly triggering. Mildly triggering. You guess that sword he carried around was just for show. I really was not expecting this guy to be fucking dead in the first case. This is the first real case, right? I'm amazed that he's fucking dead. Amazed is probably not the right word. Do you think you need a degree in audio engineering to make sense of computer audio? Was it Cookie or Creamy munching on the mic? So you guys were saying that I was peeking? Am I peeking right now? I can't remember which, so nobody knows how to fix a compressor, right? Okay, hold on. Compressor, settings, OBS. I'm fine now? Okay, hold on, try shouting. Ah! Ah! Is it working? Did it work? No peak there? Why? I'm screaming now. I'm literally screaming now. Why isn't it? Okay. Here's my theory. I think there's something wrong with OBS. It's been acting kind of weird. And I updated recently. I updated in the last couple of weeks, even though I felt like I shouldn't. OBS has this thing you know about it. What? What are you talking about? Phoenix's right mentor literally died on the second episode. They don't care if you're an important character. Yeah, I guess. Basically, if you have a camera or a microphone, when has there been, and you change the properties, right? What? Type faster. I am impatient. When you start OBS next time, continue with a K. You gotta click properties. Wait, really? Oh, you know what? That's probably what the problem is then, because I mean, I didn't do that. Yeah, I did not do that. Maybe that's what happened. Because it must be that the compressor and everything is working now. I presume? It's been happening lately? Okay, then that's what it is, I guess. Yeah. That must be what it is. Okay, anyway. So let me know if I peak somewhere. And then... But I think it should be okay because, I mean, my compressor is... In theory, it's active. Hypothetically, it should be working. Okay, let's go. Here in this very cabin that was bolted shut from the inside. His body? My boyfriend is dead! Did I peek? Please. Thank you. Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep. Time to find a new boyfriend. Kazuma's dead? But he can't be. After all that flirting they did in the first... And these handcuffs, surely you don't think I have to know. Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life? Answer me, please. I hope this is a joke. No! No! Wait. Is this a joke? It's a joke, right? Kazuma. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble? If Kazuma lived, it would be too easy. You can have a super skilled detective and the best boy on your side from case 1. Also, why use real Russian there, but their name tag is in some fake letters? Was that a reference to Darth Vader? Oh, Darth Vader? He has to solve his own false murder charge and grieve his friend's death. His boyfriend's death. Ha 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 ha. Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to... We were going together? It was really something else when they brought your luggage in here earlier, though. The way that Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case onto the floor. I thought I was gonna die. I was stowing away in his room? Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside of my trunk. There's a sex joke somewhere in there, but my brain isn't moving fast enough to grasp it. You must be even less of a man than you look. Whoa! Hey! I thought I'd broken every bone in my body. Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. You don't even need to grasp it, but you confine yourself to my cabin here. I don't expect anyone will discover you. This confirms that Ryu is indeed very short. Okay. He's the bottom.
AKD! Thank you.
Thanks for the resub. I'm kinda sick. He didn't break this bone. Oh, I hope not. I get the feeling those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway. They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure. Sturdy? This man talks in just sex stuff, huh? Sturdy bunch. What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady? They're very lucky they're doing this before visas and passports were much of a thing. From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean? From your close friend, more to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away. No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. It's best that only you and I know about this. I guess so. Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. Okay. I know it's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze. Why do we need to keep our homosexuality a secret from the young lady? Yes, but what if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason? Then I'll be in for it. Stop worrying. I tell you what. Why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper? Huh? On the wardrobe? Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside. Is this guy supposed to be smart? Wouldn't you open a wardrobe that said "keep out"? I don't know. You'd be upset about the way the game stereotypes Russians if it wasn't aggressively stereotyping literally every character based on their profession and nationality. Dude, the one with the British lady in the previous case, oh my god. Not if you're cleaning the room. You get it. The young lady murdered Kazuma because she had a crush on him and found out he was gay. Wow. Right, keep out in Japanese, that will deter those Russians. We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We were supposed to be going on this adventure to England together! We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murderer! No, I'm not a murderer! Oh my god. Da, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. No, that's not right! I mean, yes, I did stow away on the ship, but murdering my best friend? No one else could have done it. Admit the truth. They were sleeping in each other's bed for 15 days and nights. Yeah, I only see one bed in this room. Susato-san? Please, tell me what happened. I need to know. Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you two. Oh, those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. The Russian alphabet doesn't even have the first letter on his nameplate. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. Kazuma's death? Or about the incident? Does this matter? Do we get to ask her both things? Kazuma's death, I guess. He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream? And these handcuffs, they think I did it? You can ask both? Okay, cool, thanks. They think I'm Kazuma's killer of a K? When they found him, the cabin was locked from the inside. What do you mean? What kind of fucking question is that? Naruhodo. There's no access to the cabin via a porthole, and the bolt on the door can't be operated from the outside. This is the investigation tutorial. Oh. We're investigating my boyfriend's crime scene. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped these four walls. What? That's what it means. Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation? This is impossible! How did he die then? What happened exactly? Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances? Please, you have to tell me! The cause of death is still undetermined? They don't know how he died? The ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course he has no post-mortem analysis experience. Really, Kazuma's cheating with a different stowaway they killed him. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next port of call. Port of call of a K, so presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then. That's true, yes. About the incident. Can anyone tell me what actually happened here in this cabin? Ryunosuke, you're the only person in the cabin. I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma? Is that poop on the floor? I didn't see. Presumably that's something you know the answer to better than anyone. Please? Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all. Well, yeah, I was, but that's not very convincing. Oh my god, even I think I did it. He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. Okay. I was waiting outside his cabin as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't. Does that mean he was already dead when she arrived at his cabin door, I wonder? I knocked, but there was no reply. Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside, there was Kazuma collapsed on the floor. He really is dead? Yo, I'm so upset. And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow? I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe. Yeah, exactly. This is all very hard to believe for me too. Trust me. Now I've told you everything that I know, so it's my turn to ask you a question. Okay. Why did Kazuma know Russian though? Well, he knows English. Maybe he knows a bunch of different languages. Ugh, my head feels so heavy. It's still throbbing. Okay. Stowaway. Why are you even on board the ship? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you? Oh, yeah, I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time, giving Kazuma blowjobs, except now he's dead, so I don't know where I'm gonna get my cummies from. I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma's cabin for so long without him noticing? Okay. No, that would have been impossible, obviously. Yes, of course. Kazuma invited me. He sure did. He wanted us to go to England together. To get married. He actually asked you? Yeah. But why? What do you mean why? I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself. To frame me for murder. I don't understand. Why is it so hard for her to understand that? Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Never played this game, but they give you a lot of clues from the very beginning. Is that normal? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Like, I mean, I think that all of this information is... They're kind of like setting the scene for the case. So any of these pieces of information could become important later, I guess. He was trying to frame me for his own suicide. Why? Why? Why would he do that? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you? What's the answer? There he is, the dead boy. It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I, that you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Well, yeah, you did say that, but I didn't think you were serious. You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that. But I've never really thought about becoming a lawyer. Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development. You know what'd be cool? A case where you defend yourself from a murder accusation, but then it turns out that you actually did the murder. I think in one of the older Phoenix Wright games, there was you're like always a defense lawyer, right? I think there's a case, somebody was saying that there's a case where you defend a guy, and then you get a second case where you actually have to prove that he did it. The first guy did it in order to defend your new client or something like that. So, yeah, I thought it was kind of interesting. They've done some interesting things in these games. The center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there? That's such a pussy-ass reason. He brought me along to frame me, for sure. No, it's the same defendant in both cases. Oh, I see, I see. Oh, so you have to prove that he did it in the first case in order to defend him in the second case? That's smart. Okay. Well, no, definitely not. But on a personal level, he wanted me with him. If you were to become a lawyer, then... First you prove that he wasn't a thief, I see. Then you prove that he's a thief in the second case to prove that he... Then what? He's not a murderer. Oh, nothing. Forget it. Wait, what? He said... On a personal level, if you were to become a lawyer, then nothing, forget it. What? Best part is because of double jeopardy, he can't be punished for the first thing. Wait, what? Then what? Then what? Kazuma he was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you. Kazuma obviously has a dark past. Yeah, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. Is it the fact that my best friend is dead? The look in his eyes then. It was darker than I've ever seen it before. Zali, you were right! What's going on? I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you, my stowing away on the ship, I mean. If I know Kazuma-sama, I expect he was trying to protect me, to avoid me becoming guilty by association. That's exactly right, yeah. Word perfect, in fact. Perhaps I killed him so hard because I killed him because I sucked him so hard. I see. I sucked his brains right out of his dick and then he just died. And then I handcuffed myself in the wardrobe for reasons. Okay, last night. If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin? Well, the thing is... I don't really remember. What? You are Is she his fiancé? Oh. Is she? Kazuma brought me something to eat just like he always did. It's how he would have wanted to go. He wanted to make him come with a K. Carbonated cum with a K and a K. And then I got myself into that wardrobe over there just like I always did. He doesn't want to explain to the innocent girl how good he is at giving head. She's the wife of the other guy from the start of the game. The wife of the other guy? Oh, she's married to the old guy? She looks young. I thought she was a little girl. Then I got myself into the wardrobe over there just like I always did. After that, I fell asleep? Yeah. So deeply that you didn't even stir when he was killed? Oh, daughter. Sorry, she's a daughter. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, she's young. I was like, there's no way she's his wife. I know it sounds unbelievable. Really, I do, but it's the truth. Hey, show of hands. Anyone believe this guy? No one, right? Anyone believe this guy? He absolutely did it, right? There's no way. He did it. Sorry, I did it. What's the point of showing her this? If only I'd woken up, then perhaps I wouldn't be in this predicament. And for some reason, my head's still throbbing like anything. Really? Is something wrong? Oh, no, it's... Please forget it. You have to believe me. I didn't do it. I really don't want to doubt you. But the trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this. Were they drinking? Yeah, they were drinking each other's cum. Ugh. Kazuma, I don't understand. Why? Hey, listen, I'm as upset as you are, Mr. Naruhodo. This is bumming me out, actually. I'm not happy about this. What about that convenient assassin-sized hatch above the wardrobe? Why did this have to happen? Arg, I can't take this. You guys like my voice acting? Oh, there is a hatch. Don't try to go anywhere. You're the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen. It's top-notch, thank you. I'm sorry. But Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. And now I'm supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen. Well, what do you propose to do then? I guess I'm gonna do the investigation tutorial. I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how and why they did it. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to excuse me. Hiya! Oh shit, she knocked me the fuck out. Pretty sure he needs to be removed from the crime scene so that he doesn't tamper. What the? That was a Susato takedown. Oh, a what? What martial art form is that? I'm going to need you to prove it. Sorry? Prove it? Also, did the Russian sailors just leave the presumed murder of the little girl? Yeah. Yep. That's exactly what they did. Yes, your innocence. I need evidence. But how am I supposed to... Investigating! Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law. What if the villain killed him by sending poison in through that horn? Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. Okay, let's do it. I have to get her to believe me. I'll show her some evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this awful crime. This is the paper seal I wrote for the wardrobe. I remember working really hard to make it, but I'll never forget how Kazuma reacted. Do you expect the Russian crew to be able to read that? He said. Still, I was sure people would get the idea, even if they couldn't read it. So we used it anyway. And it worked. I don't know if the crew thought it was just creepy or what, but no one opened the doors. It says, oh, it says Akeruna. Don't open. Do not open. Can I flip it over? You can see the remnants of the glue we used to stick this over the wardrobe doors. Although it wasn't proper glue, of course, we didn't have any of that with us, so I pulverized some rice into a paste to use instead. Ryu, that is extremely dumb. It is very dumb. But to a stowaway like me, every single grain of rice represents precious rations. It was the crumb seal! That's why I spread it as thinly as I possibly could. I couldn't bear to waste any. Everyone knows one of those Japanese war runes? That's what it says. It says, oh, do not open. Okay. So... it's probably not my collar pin, so maybe it's this thing?
Yes!
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors? Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly. I thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or another crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well. Sure, that was rice. We all know what that white substance really was. Jesus, you guys. You're talking ill of the dead. Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you peeled that sign from the wardrobe doors before he opened them. But if I were truly the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own. Yes, that's quite true. In other words, not our fault he was dead horny. It's his last remnants and next of kin. You can scrape it off. Oh my god. It's impossible that I killed Kazuma. Okay, that's... Okay, yeah, that's decent evidence. I mean... it's something. Well, even if you are sprawled hopelessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma thought so highly of you. Thank you. Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? So nobody could have committed the murder and therefore Kazuma is still alive. Damn, I think we cracked the case. He's actually alive. I can't believe he's dead. I cannot believe he's dead. I'm actually really upset. Well, in light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least. Thank you. So you finally believe me? He can't be dead, right? He's not dead. I'm sorry, no. What? I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you use some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position. What does she think I am, a magician? Well, yeah, that's probably what she's saying. Okay, let's take a look around. Give him back. For now, I suggest you investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same. Alright, let's get to work. He's not dead, right? He's not dead. Please don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts. Oh. Oh, he says, I've been watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example. Okay. Well, anyway, I should make a start on investigating in here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear. I will avenge your death! Okay. Can we start? Oh, here we go. Examine. Examine? Oh! Ooh, oh, there's a guy there. There's a guy there. Can I... okay, what is this? These are the rules of passage for travel aboard the SS Burya. It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Oh shit! Kazuma had a fucking sword and a pet in here. A dick-sucking pet. He had a sword in here! What? Why are you staring at me? Oh, sorry, I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? She made the same joke. I can't decide. Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be in here. Okay. Oh dear, that won't do. What? Oh, what's the matter? Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused I forget to look around properly. Ah yes, that's not good. I don't suppose you're as foolish as me in that regard, are you? Pets are forbidden, Ryunosuke has to go. Oh, I need a drink. I'm sure you're careful to look all around using BM, aren't you? Using my bad manners? Absolutely. Now let's investigate all corners of this cabin. Okay. Hi. Soshimasu. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. Okay, what kind of animal were they eating? That's a weird skeleton leg on the floor. This one? What is that? That's my dinner from last night. A roast chicken. Which part of the chicken is that? The wing? Why is it so fucking big? It was really tasty. Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But, did you eat it on the floor here? I'm not a dog. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when and how the plate ended up on the floor. It's a butt plug! Why does it have a right angle in it if it's a butt plug? But Kazuma didn't like chicken, did he? No, that's right, so he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me. Oh no! Does that mean poor Kazuma spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly? It's just too horrible. Now I have a guilty conscience and an achy stomach. It's a two-man. Oh, you're right. It's a double-ended. It's a double-ended butt plug. Okay. Oh, it's checked off. Look at that. It's checked off. Nice. Seigi. Is this Seigi? Justice? Seigi. The Japanese word for justice. The brushstrokes are straight and true, just like Kazuma. Well, he's half right. Yes! His calligraphy always was a reflection of his heart. His extremely straight heart. Yet you... Can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing who drew them so thoughtfully? Of course I can! I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to? Even though you stowed away on this ship? Oh, now you're going to bring that up, are you? I can't win. Okay. What's this? There's nothing on this table at all. The plate and cutlery are all over the floor for some reason. And he totally ate it on the floor like a dog. Ah. Yes, it's strange. Last night when I went to sleep, I'm sure everything was still... No, wait a minute. What is it? That's funny. I can't seem to remember anything about what happened after dinner at all. Maybe he... I mean, it seems pretty clear that he was drugged. So then perhaps you are responsible for what happened. No, no, that's not what I mean. Okay. Sword, I guess? That's his precious sword. He never went anywhere without it. What dairy type am I? The salty type. Yes, he was always saying that a Japanese man's katana is his soul. I believe he had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip. I suppose that shows just how important it was to him. And now he's gone, but I'm not ready to let his spirit go just yet. Okay. What is this? Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink. He must have knocked the ink pot from the desk when he collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Kazuma. No doubt he was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine. I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of a clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing. I'm sorry, partner. I'm too stupid to know what you were trying to tell me. Your last words will go down unknown forever. What does it say? I don't think that's Japanese. You think so, Suzato? Suzato-san, you don't think that's Japanese? What do you mean? What do you mean what? Then what language is it? What? He can't read? My mans can't read? My mans can't read. Okay. My man can't read! It pains me to admit it, but I don't know. It's not even in It's not a foreign script I'm familiar with. What does it mean, you wonder? Oh, so it says wardrobe, huh? Ah, why wardrobe? What? Okay, so we looked at that. Maybe let's look at this. That's a very large traveling case, isn't it? Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me. What does that mean? Memories? What do you mean? Oh, that time when he sucked me off and that time we fucked on top of it. Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside that case. Nobody in this game knows how to read. They're just very good at guessing. I can't believe he looked at it and he said, that's not Japanese? Then what is it? My fucking god. Oh yes, I see it says this way up in Japanese. Which in hindsight, I should have realized the foreign crewman wouldn't have been able to read. I was turned over and over and over, and then I was tossed on the floor in here. Like that time I sucked him off in there, and the other time I sucked him off from in there, and... Oh dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds. Well, it was less painful than a Suzato takedown. Okay? The books are all fucked up, and there's an Oscar. There's an Academy Award in this bitch. The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they've all toppled the same way. And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea, although he's fallen over as well. Yes, it's almost as if the whole shelf has been ransacked and everything mown down at once. I wonder if... perhaps it was Kazuma doing his morning sword training, do you think? I seriously doubt it. You like that I'm turning Naruhodo into a seaman demon? I'm not turning him into anything. This is just what he is. Then perhaps, if I... Oh, Katie, thanks for the biddies. Nobody's questioning about the stowaway, just the murder. The murder kind of takes precedence, I think, over the... maybe some other kind of sword training. Look, Sticky. If I cover a child of a blanket and then I whip off the blanket, did I turn it into a child? Or am I simply revealing the child within? That's what's happening with Naruhodo. There was merely a blanket over the fact that he was a seaman demon, and when I whip off the blanket, his true nature is revealed. Okay. It was you in a fit of rage? I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books and a statue. Could the way these things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder? Wow, I wonder. Maybe. Probably? Huh? Well, I'll just set everything straight again. No! I don't like to see him. No! She messed with the crime scene! Okay. She messed with the crime scene. I mean, the stowaway thing is solved. We know he already did that, it's true. I wonder if clear evidence someone else was in the room could be relevant to the case. When I went for help and the crewman forced the door open. Oh, they forced the bolt. This bolt had been firmly closed. I see. It's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy, and it just slides to secure the door shut. But still, with the door bolted, there would be no way to get in or out of the cabin, that's for sure. It's no wonder everyone suspects me. When she glares at me like that, I feel tense all up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel, the culprit used a needle and thread to draw a bolt across from outside the room in a situation like this. Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself, but the door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal, and they seal together perfectly. There would be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid. When she glares at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up and down my spine. Okay. Let's see. Oh, we gotta use B and M. B. Oh, we moved. Okay, let's look at the wardrobe. Literally dragged me out of the closet. They literally dragged me out of the closet in this case. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time? I think living isn't quite the right description. Oh, no, I suppose not. Although it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout. Ryunosuke's like, this better not awaken anything in me. The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I did basically have to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception. But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin. He must have been drugged. No, sadly not. Assuming I did not do it, he must have been drugged. This is... yes, it's a bell cord contraption, I think. What do you mean, contraption? I read about it in a book I was studying that talked about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants. Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try? Yes! In the interest of cultural research, obviously. We're gonna pull it. We pulled it! We're calling people to the crime scene? So people didn't know he was in there and drugged the chicken in an attempt to drug Kazuma. Oh, but they didn't realize he doesn't like chicken. I see. Yeah, that's right, that's right. That makes sense. I suppose nobody comes for lowly Japanese people? No, I'm sure it's just that everyone is busy, that's all. Okay. They're not gonna let me comment on the bed? Oh! I've investigated thoroughly, but I can't find anything out of place. Oh. I thought they were gonna let me talk about the bed in which we boinked. Maybe the murder has something to do with it. Okay, let's see. What this? I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin. Isn't that a little odd? Is it? What do you mean? Well, this ventilator, if that's what it is, looks like it must connect to the next door cabin. Yes, it would appear to. You're right. But if its purpose is to allow fresh air into the room, surely it should be connected to the outside. He's got a good point, actually. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough or something like that. I suppose... if the murderer seriously vented in here, you're gonna fucking lose it. I don't think it's big enough for a human. I suppose maybe that's it. Okay, so there's a suspicious vent that goes to the next cabin, which is already kind of like sus as fuck. The concept of vents has been ruined. This is where dear Kazuma would have sat whenever he was writing. Oh, he's writing! He was writing something. London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination. It looks as though the last entry is incomplete. Which means... what? He was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue. Hey-ya! She threw me again. That's out of the question. What? Kazuma may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts. Bitch! But what if it's something important? Something relevant to the case? Okay, okay, I won't read it. Poor Kazuma! I don't like prying into people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't the need for clues more important? He's dead! Oh! What the fuck? Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago. She's just covering for Ryu to prevent anyone from learning he can't read. Who the fuck is that? That's where I go. That's where I present myself. You get down from there. As far as I can tell, it looks like he might be European. He vented it. Oh, how did he... You've noticed the man too, have you? Ryu, shut up! I'm gonna get brain damage from reading this conversation. I have no idea who he is or how he got in here, but he looks suspicious and tall. Suspiciously tall. Why is that robot fucking my desk? I don't know. Naruhodo-san, don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is? He clearly crawled in through that horn. No? I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And is he investigating Kazuma's desk or is he just playing on it? I can't tell. Is it Inspector Gadget? Yes, it is. Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him. Am I just imagining it or does she look almost uncontrollably excited? Oh, she's happy. By the way, I expect that you've noticed already, but just in case, if you press space on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Okay. I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself. Playing on it, that's what it's called. Oh, please do. Okay, let us talk to the guy. Nice ass. Oh. Excuse me. Gotta say, the faces are pretty expressive in the game. Yeah, this is like a... I feel like they're what VTubers maybe should look like. Excuse me, do you have a moment? Shh. This is a critical point in my investigation. He's close. Hmm? Maybe I should leave him alone. He seems a little unfriendly. Yes, perhaps that would be for the best. Oh, he left? Oh! Greetings! I hope I haven't kept you long. Who the fuck? It's Sherlock Holmes. What exactly were you doing in Kazuma's Justice now? The kind of dialogue is funny to think about in universe. Oh, by the way, did you know you can walk up to people and talk to them? White man jump scare, absolutely. Okay. Now we're gonna meet the eccentric detective. Ah, I see, fascinating. Sorry? What do you see? It feels like he's looking right through me. Oh yes, everything is clear now. Okay. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Sorry? What? And now, whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you find yourself in a most troubling predicament. Oh, well, that part is true. But how? How the deuce did I know that? Perhaps? It was really a most elementary deduction, hardly worth explaining. Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else? But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madame. For example, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary. You leave 16 victims of assassination in your wake and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. The Crystal Tower from Final Fantasy XIV? And when the bee-ribboned occupant of this very cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too. Oh, he's a himbo? Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes. Okay. Just to be clear, you're talking about me, right? Certainly I am. He did the safety dance. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name. I don't even see one person who fits the bill. So it's true. It was you who did this to Kazuma? What? And you're plotting a revolution too. It's shameful behavior. Absolutely wicked. No, listen, oh god. She flipped me again. I'm drinking some water. No, explain yourself. Tell me everything. This is ridiculous. Some anime bullshit. I thought this guy was an actually good detective. Turns out he's a fucking himbo clown. How could you do it? Plot twist, he's talking about himself and using you as a scapegoat. That's pretty smart. For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously. Oh, forgive me. And as for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head. Safety dance. Ah, but was I not right? Whilst venturing towards foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not? Well, yeah, maybe. Ha! there you have it, you see? What do you make of that? Huh? Well, to be honest, the ship is en route to England and I'm in handcuffs at the scene of a murder. So I'm not really sure you could call it deduction. It's more plain observation. Indeed, an observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings of a brassy certitude, and more often than not, I'm right. Ah, I don't think you introduced yourself. Ah, my apologies. How remiss of me. They accuse this guy of murder again. Yes! Not only that, Hammy, but the victim is Kazuma! The victim's my fucking boyfriend! My boyfriend's dead! I am none other than the greatest detective of the century known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Herlock Sholmes. He's handsome, actually. So it's really you, the actual Herlock Sholmes? The very same. The inimitable actual Herlock Sholmes. Do you know this man? I hate that name. The most famous detective in the world? Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him. So he swings both ways. Lose one boyfriend, gain a new one. No. This guy is boning her dad. This guy, as far as we don't need Kazuma anymore, right? No! This guy, this is what I learned from the fan art. This guy's banging her dad. What planet have I been living on then? We must ask him what he's deduced. Yush. He will have worked out the entire case already, I'm sure. They did it to save themselves the legal trouble from using the copyright of Sherlock. Yeah, I guess. I thought he's mostly free of copyright. This is Grandpa. Don't bang, Grandpa. Really, why do I feel uneasy about this? Okay, am I done examining? So, okay, hold on. Let's do B. Oops. B. Okay. So we looked at the vent, we looked at the calling cord, looked at the wardrobe, and then we looked at this thing, we looked at the desk, we looked at this thing, and then this thing right here, the red plaque near the wall? I think we read that. What do you think this is? It looks like a broken piece of glassware. What is that? A condom? Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two. See? Poop. Oh. You meant the stain. The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Netsuke fastener from a kimono outfit. I'm not sure that sounds like Kazuma. He wouldn't have secretly carried a cute little trinket like this around with him, would he? No way that's a condom. Kazuma would definitely never use one. If you're in a long-term, what's the word? Monogamous relationship, you don't have to, you know? It's not like they can get pregnant, you know? And the mark beside it, what is it, I wonder? It has a sort of poop-like hue. Yeah, you're right. It is the color of poop, isn't it? Even though I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in the cabin. Okay, so we looked at that, we looked at the plaque, we looked at the shelf, and then for some fucking reason we rearranged the stuff on the shelf. You were gonna bring up pregnancy, but you forgot how being gay worked for a second? Okay, we haven't talked to this guy. Perhaps I should see what this Russian crewman makes of the scene of the crime. Excuse me? What? Sorry, what? I was wondering how it's going, the investigation, I mean. Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make joke, but it's not true, I see. Did I get enough rest? I don't feel amazing, so I don't think we'll go too long today. Sorry? The criminal asking investigator for information about his crime? Very funny. Oh, it wasn't supposed to be a joke. Okay. He doesn't appear to be laughing either. He's convinced you're guilty. I would be too. He might have useful information though, I have to keep trying. So, last night, why was crime not okay? I don't know. Did you notice anything out of the ordinary at all? Hmm? You must have. You will keep jokes to a minimum, have been drinking? Okay. Niet, of course not. Now back to corner of room and make silent. He's tsundere. He said, huh, I say no more to you. Did I hit a nerve? Just for a minute there, he seemed a little flustered. So he did notice something out of the ordinary last night. Perhaps? Okay, so we looked at the sword, we looked at him. We looked at the seigi, we looked at the table. This man has a jaw. And he's gonna unhinge it later. Okay, so we look at the chicken. Have I missed anything in this room? I think we're good. I think I clicked on everything. Let me know if I miss anything important. If you guys notice anything that I missed. But I think that's probably it. Thanks, Emily. Hold on. I drink. I'm gonna scroll over like this. You guys let me know if you see anything, okay? That is not checked. It's not like I believe you're innocent or anything, baka. B? Okay. Let's see. I think that's everything. Yeah, I want to say that's everything. Okay, so now what? Is it back? Did I check that bone on the knife next to the ground? Yeah, I did. Okay. The vent? Yeah, I think I got the vent. I think I got the vent as well. Hold on, let's see if we did. Yep, we got the vent. Okay. Okay, let's go back. The plate? Did I not get the plate? Yeah, I think the plate and the bone are like the same thing. Right? Yeah, okay. Alright. Converse. Great detective. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again? What about the ink bottle? I think we got that. I think it's covered in the body. Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes. Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock, was it? No, I have no her. I mean, I have hair. Please, call me Sholmes. Seriously, what language are they speaking right now? Japanese, I guess? You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Oh yes, Rant's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. I never miss an issue, I have it sent from England especially. Ah yes, here it is. The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes. So, you're the protagonist in a series of short stories then? Indeed I am. Japan and English, Russia. And you've read so many of your own stories you've started to think you really are a detective? Make no mistake, I'm not the poor deluded fellow you take me for. Is he actually good? Your inference is backward. Backward? My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine. You have a biographer? Do you? Doesn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of Dr. Wilson, presently keeping shop in London. He's dead! Dr. Wilson. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment I am returning from Asia having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown. Really? I can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. Deduction, you see, is to me a science, logical reasoning in its purest form. A science? Really? The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in the subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. You kind of hope he's the murderer. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin, all these things are data. Right. And the trained logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. As I demonstrated only a few short moments ago. How can he look me in the eye and claim that? Sorry, lady, that man's already banging your dad. Pick another man to crush on. I don't know, I haven't seen them interact yet. So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction. And fame. That is what makes me the one and only. Her? No, Herlock Sholmes. Okay. Have you managed to deduce anything about this particular case yet? Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow. God, it's so warm in my room. Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now. Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these now because of him. When I became anxious about Kazuma this morning, I summoned all of the crew members to force the cabin door open. And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective, Sherlock Holmes, was on board. And the handcuffs seemed to be an excellent fit to Mr. Naruhodo. He knows my name, Arg. How if you know my name? The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me. Oh, really? Two facts, you say? What were the two facts? What were the two facts? What were the two facts? Mr. Sholmes, tell us, please. What two facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning? Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The two facts in question were immediately apparent to me. Yeah, I understand, but what were they? Allow me to elucidate. The two facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1. The cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2. The victim was Russian and killed following... The victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance. Hold on, Mr. Sholmes. What made you think the victim was Russian? Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. That is the Russian word for wardrobe. You feel like nothing on this guy's outfit could survive water at all, and he's wearing it on a boat. Just gonna drag out what the facts were. Do you really think Kazuma could have left a dying message in Russian? In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian. Kazuma was Russian, was he? Does this man not know the difference between Russian and Japanese people? They look very different. Initially, I considered Garderobe maybe the name of the killer, a certain Robert Guard, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. Where you found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly. This man is Russian to conclusions! MOE, holy shit, that's a good one. Oh my god. The sliding lock could be locked by tying a string to it, passing it through the vent, going to the next room, and using that string to pull the slide. Oh my god, Zelly cracked the case! Zelly cracked the fucking case! It was locked from the next room! Quite so, I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer. Why is it that I'm Russian too? I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted. And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people? Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people? I had no idea. Is that true? And I had no idea a detective could get something so wrong. I took a photograph of the victim and the message that might analyze it for possible hidden details. She took... oh no! He's dead. Wait, he's really dead? This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed. Is he really dead? I thought maybe he wasn't actually dead. Yes, Kazuma had already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this. He really is dead? No! Are you alright? No? Thanks! The photograph of the crime scene has been entered into the court record. The Russian word for wardrobe in purple ink, it would appear to have been written in the victim's final moments. You might just be taking a shit. Can I ask you something? Hold on, let's, what pray? You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know, when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that. Ah yes, the train of reasoning that led me to the truth. Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning to me, do you think? First time, pretty sure he was like that when you made his knees weak. Shut up, he's dead, Mino. Oh. What is that? Russians in chat, speak up. I need you, I'm calling. Calling all Russians in chat. I'm out of water, shit, I was thirsty. Certainly, in Russian, oh okay. Certainly in Russians, if it interests you. How many times I'm not Russian and I don't speak it? Okay, your deduction just now? Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean. Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in. Actually, it was the other details that I was more hoping to discuss. You know, the merciless Russian revolutionary and assassin of 16 part. Ah yes, the more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Commonplace? How many times zero by your count? Ryunosuke hasn't even once denied being Russian out loud. True. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads... Revolutionary violent Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. That's me! I'm in the news. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night the young Russian was murdered. Since when was Kazuma a Russian? It sounds like Mr. Sholmes has concluded he was Russian because of what he wrote on the floor. He probably didn't write it, right? It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. Case closed, everyone's Russian now. One who would kill the very man who helped him to escape after his true identity was discovered. Looks exactly like me, case closed. Yes, you. Villain? I just realized his name is Bolshevik Villain. His name is Bolshevik Villain. Okay. Villain Bolshevik. No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Ugh, please. And I might add, Bolshevik is actually a plant. I see. And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more? Well, that's because I'm a stowaway. What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower. Ah yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake. Do revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspapers? And what about the part where you said I was just returning from Afghanistan? You figured it was a reference to Borscht? Oh, I see. Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik is recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan. Where even is that anyway? This Afghanistan place, oh my god. Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction. Oh, thank you. I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby. The article about the revolutionary has been entered into the court record. Okay, we have some stuff to look at, and you may find the article on the back page of interest as well. On the back, cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret. Ryu does not know basic geography. He doesn't know basic Japanese. It's all written in Russian and couldn't hope to read it, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt just to glance at the article. Maybe there might be a picture or two. Okay, let's look at it. Are we done? Okay, let's look at the... So, let's look at this. Is there like a... Okay, so we can just look at this, huh? He's dead. The wind has finally been neutered. The wind finally disappeared. Borscht used to be made with Bolshevik as an ingredient. That's why it's called that. Oh, learning something new. Okay. Article on the front page of a Russian newspaper. The headline reads, Revolutionary flees Russia via Shanghai. Okay. Can I zoom in or the picture? It's me. I'm afraid I can't read a word of Russian. No, me neither. I have no idea what any of this says. But they kept most of the ingredients but stopped using Bolshevik. I see. The pair of you floundering is a sorry sight. Allow me to offer some assistance. The article... He's quite handsome in this picture. Oh, you guys can't see. I'm covering him. He's handsome. The article on the front page of this newspaper is concerned with a fearsome Russian revolutionary. It reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Yes, you told us that before. It reveals also that those who see the man's beard with their own eyes never live to tell the tale. You thought you mean villain was handsome. No, I'm talking about the detective. If you take all the English letters, it spells up Agep, the god of snakes or something in Egypt, so he must have... Wait, what? Oh my goodness, he is fearsome. Well, presumably the newspaper photographer was alright, wasn't he? The solution is obvious, of course. If he despises his beard to that degree, he need only shave it off. I'm not quite sure that's the problem, Mr. Sholmes. How did they take the picture? I don't know. Okay, let's see. We looked at that, and then there's another picture here. It doesn't look like there's anything else to see on this page. But he told me to look at the other page, right? So let's flip this baby around. And there's a chick. Who's that? This is interesting. Villain is actually a Russian name from around the 30s. Oh, really? I mean, villain is just a funny name for this series, you know? Have you found something relevant? Well, no. I mean, it looks like it might be interesting. I can't read a single word, I'm afraid. Okay, but look at this picture. Perhaps it's about a beautiful young Russian princess, do you think? She is very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you? I don't know. I can't make any sense of it. Ah, I'm glad you've noticed this article. At least the Russian text on these headlines is legit. I see. Ag! What? Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents. There's a trend for naming kids after revolutionaries back in the day. Oh, I see. Thank you. He pops up everywhere, this guy. It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Oh, she's gone! Renowned prima ballerina of the Novovik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented young Nikolina Pavlova. Why are Russian names so hard to remember? What? It's fucking rude. It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured was worth some 20,000 rubles. Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles? I have no idea, but I'm quite sure it must be a lot of money. Susato-san's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves. Okay. The tiara is the property of the Novovik Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. Yes, I'm not surprised. The company is most anxious to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain. Can confirm your name is probably hard to remember for non-Slavs. I see. So the name Lester comes from Lenin Stalin and villain is Vladimir Ilyich Lenin. Oh. That is weird. That's like if I was like... If I thought that Obama was really cool, so I named my child Bobama. Yes, this is little Bobama, named for Barack Obama. Wait, it should be Bohobama. For Barack Hussein Obama. Ow! Creamy! That hurt. It's like if you name your child Shuake, Akeshu. Obama is cool though. Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing his or her country? It does seem to be the Russian thing to do. Is it? Drink water? I don't have my teeth in, so I could drink something else. I'm not even going to dignify that of a response. Don't forget the middle name. Yeah, that's why I said Bohobama. By the way, the rubles comes to $700 in modern. That's not very expensive for a tiara. $700 tiara. I just wanted to be able to read better. Okay, so the article got entered into the court record. I don't know, what should I drink, you guys? Should I drink some hot tea or just some water? Hi! Hi! I think Cookie wants attention. Hot tea? Yeah, maybe like some hot honey tea or something. Hot tea is good? Okay. I think we're good with this. Okay, sorry, he's gonna make me some tea. Hot water. Hot water tea. Okay, so let's read the... Wait. Oh no, this is the same thing. This is the same thing. Can I examine it? Oh, I can just look closer at it. So what do the headlines say? My dear Russians, what do the headlines say? Anything of note? You said the headlines were real, right? Sorry. The text isn't real, right? This is just fake text. Disappearance of a famous... Okay. No, that's legit. That's legit. Forgot to carry a number. Wait, what? It's actually 14 million? Audi. That's like very different. Tiara worth 20,000 rubles. Everyone reads detective novels. Wait, it says the world's first McDonald's is being built across the street from the Kremlin. Shut up, Hammy. Everyone reads detective stories on the left. I see. Alright. Well, it wasn't, didn't glean any new information from it, but okay. Let me scoop myself up here. And what you were just investigating? Let's keep going. So hopefully I got everything from there. Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you? Kazuma? Ah yes, the victim. He's dead. Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all? Can you believe he's dead? Cass said, yeah, in a bored voice. Look, you're not good at math. You accidentally did 1 ruble instead of 20,000. Can you open a window or something? I'm like, I don't know what's wrong with my body. I'm like sweating. I feel terrible. Okay, observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. Am I like gonna faint? I don't know. I honestly don't know what's wrong. Hold on, let me stand up for a second. Sorry about that. It's trying to get some air into this room. Okay. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text. Now ruble is like 1 cent, but in the USSR, normal salaries were like 100 to 150 rubles. I see. Please don't push yourself. Yeah, it's almost 11, but we haven't gotten that far into this. Is Rue around? Does Rue want to stream? We see the victim was engaged in penning some text. London Diary. Kazuma was keeping notes of the trip. Ah, but I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people. It's evidence. We should read it. Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading. You mean you've read it already? Why is a strange Englishman allowed to read the private diaries, but his closest friend gets judo thrown? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I want to know. I wanted to read it. It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not, I know a smattering of Japanese. Oh, I see. Well, you're about to know what a Susato takedown is. Huh? She's not doing it. Susato-san? Aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns? I'm sorry. What on earth do you mean? Life is so unfair. Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim, it would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Yes? Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details. Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese. A smattering, dear boy. A smattering. Sayonara, bonsai, mikado, nado nado. I trust you're suitably impressed. Ha ha ha. But this diary is littered with complicated looking characters of which I can read precisely none. So what was all that showing off about before then? He's a weeb. If you would be so kind as to show me, I would be happy to read it to you. Huh? She's gonna read it. This Nihongo is kind of Jozu. I'm much obliged, my dear madame. Okay. The final entry here in Kazuma's diary consists of 2 short sentences. The first reads, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. Okay, 1:23 a.m. I can hear a faint whistling sound. A whistling sound? These are very deep waters. Pray, go on. The second sentence reads, 1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. I can't believe it. They are doing a callback to the speckled band case. Okay. Well, so it was 1:23 a.m. whistling, 1:35 a.m. Speckled band. Okay. A speckled band? What on earth does that mean? I have no idea. I've never heard that expression before. The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring. The faint whistling is the wind that's always present to make your headband move. No, it moves no more, Zali. He's dead. 1:37 a.m. I am being shot by Herlock Sholmes. To the lattice there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin. Yes, the adjoining cabin. Kazuma's diary has been entered into the court record. Now you assume carbon monoxide poisoning. I don't know if they had that sort of thing in the 1890s. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being at least. Ah, do you have somewhere to go? As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe, and if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold. Oh, so he's got to keep moving. They definitely had carbon monoxide in the 1890s. No, but like on a boat, like to kill people with, you know? Runosuke would be dead too. Oh, that's fair. Well, how would they pump it in? I mean, did they have the technology for that? Did they have canisters of carbon monoxide? Gas lamps? Ah, yeah, there's a gas lamp right there on the ceiling. Is that gas? Maybe it's not gas. Maybe it's electricity. Shit, man, I don't know. I don't know what level of technology they have. Oh, I suppose. It would have been called miasma. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to? I want to look. Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence, the truth will become clear soon enough. Do you think perhaps that we could go with you? No, that would be somewhat complicated. What? Why? A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer. Oh, right. After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No? There's no point in trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place. Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. You must be joking! You just said it only a moment ago. Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing. Well, actually, Mr. Sholmes, I did hear you say that. You're quite sure? Well, that's very strange. He has dementia? I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know? Not really. So what, were you looking at my knees? Some great detective you are. Wait. This man got Alzheimer's? Well, anyway, that was then and this is now. What do you mean? What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate. Now he's just being plain rude. What the fuck? Okay, and off he goes. Having just laughed in my face, his sense of humor is as twisted as his name. Naruhodo-san, what are you just standing there for, We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well. Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can... After Kazuma spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you're willing to give up? You're just gonna roll over and accept your fate? You suddenly remember why you stopped playing this game? Oh, what was it? As if you gave me any choice in the rolling over. You don't like the anime bullshit? For a second, you thought she was gonna break his hand. I thought so too. I actually thought she was going to do that. I think we still have investigation to finish off in here first, don't we? Let's carry on examining what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip next door. Good idea. The situation doesn't look good for me, but there are still things I can do to help myself. Because Herlock is extremely annoying and not all that funny. Okay, I see. And I owe it to Kazuma to do everything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. We examined everything already, didn't we? Oh, is that... Is something wrong? Wait, that's the cop! Oh, no, it's just that crewman standing by the door. It looks like the cop. It's the cop, isn't it? I can't help feeling I've seen him before somewhere. Oh yes, you're right. He does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Yes, what can I do for you? It's the cop. I recognize that face, but it can't be. It is. I didn't know you were here, Inspector Hosonaga. Oh my god, how is he still alive? Tuberculosis kills very slowly. Hello again. What are you doing here? I think that should be my line. I was so stunned when I saw you, my heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. His cough gave him away. I received some special orders to go undercover as a member of the crew and board the ship. Again? He's undercover again. You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. His badge is exactly the same as the other sailor. Alzora, it's their rank. Obviously. Their made-up rank which doesn't exist in language. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask. Can you get me on these handcuffs? I never expected to see this man on board. But perhaps his presence can help me out of this hopeless situation. Can he speak Russian? Oh, maybe he's an interpreter again. Okay. We're done examining, right? So let's converse, I guess? Special orders. So what are your special orders this time? Yeah, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? Wish I could make the text a little faster. Like, Can I make it any faster than this? Is this the fastest you can get? What does text skip mean? Enable skipping. No, I don't want to skip it. I just want to make it a bit faster. What is wait time? Adjust the length of time until the next dialogue is displayed in autoplay and story mode. Yeah, it's... No, that's not it. I'm surprised you can't make the text faster. It's like a little bit on the slow side, you know? Okay, I'm so sorry. Hmm? Yes, the rank of Nilulum. This is all my fault. I take full responsibility. Huh? For what? My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. He was supposed to be my friend's bodyguard. But he didn't protect him. It was Minister of Justice Jigoku who pushed Minister of Justice Jigoku? Hell? Jigoku? Who pushed for this overseas study tour to go ahead. This guy sucks at everything he does, and he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated. You failed! Assassinated? How could that even have been a possibility? I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jigoku said we should be prepared for all eventualities. He was the judge is named Jigoku. That's a weird name. He was a good enough waiter. 5%. 5% tip, Emily? 5%? This is incredible. I don't believe it. Kazuma was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-san a visible security escort. Why? Why could... Wait, why? Why is that obvious? That's not obvious to me. I need an explanation. Okay, we're gonna gloss it over. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we've been on board, from morning until night every day. But I was alone in this room with him, right? But I never imagined it would happen here inside his own cabin, not here on the first class deck. I really can't believe he's been assassinated. I'm upset. I'm genuinely upset. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asogi-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize. Obviously, because if they gave him security, he would have lived and the plot wouldn't happen. True. Inspector. So if there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word. Permission to investigate. We're doing what we can to investigate Kazuma's death ourselves. I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You're not the killer? Of course not! We'd really like to investigate the cabin next door. Yes, so we need to be allowed out of this cabin. I'm sorry. What? You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. If you move to even touch the handle of the cabin door, that stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. Hosonaga was watching the whole time too. He was very into it. He likes to watch, huh? Okay. I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now. They think I'm a murderer as well. Dot, 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 dot. Would it be possible to give me something to work with, do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. Something persuasive? What do you mean? If I had a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example, I'd do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to. But I don't see how. Dot, 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 dot. There may be a way. What? Really? Think of how you tried to persuade me of your innocence by presenting me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession. Evidence. It's just the same as when you are in court. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, so... And then choose some evidence that Inspector Hosonaga could use. So evidence that would give us a viable reason to investigate the next door cabin. Alright, yeah. Let's do it. I think I might know what we can use. I have no clue. I have no clue what it is. Okay, let's go back and then let's present. And then... Oh! Ibrazumi! Thank you! Thanks for the gift subs. Aloha. Is it cooling down in the room? Yeah, opening the window helped a little bit. Okay, so... the speckled band, The blood isn't from tuberculosis, it's from excessive masturbation. Oh, is it Ramadan again? I feel like last year you said the same thing and then did the same thing. Gifted subs. Okay, happy Ramadan if it is. Yeah, you did the same. I remember. Okay, I think it's this. It's gotta be this because we saw. Of course I remember. I have a decently good memory for people who come in my chat. Except for Sirius, that guy got screwed. Forgot that guy every single time he came. So sad. He must have felt so insulted. It's even worse because I remember almost everyone else, you know? Okay, anyway. What's that? It's a diary. Just before he died, Kazuma wrote something rather strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill. A speckled band? That is strange. Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what I'd like to know is... Don't tell me. The ventilator, is it? Why do they keep calling it a ventilator? Isn't it just a vent? You're very astute, Inspector. Yeah, let's go next door. I want to know what it was. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin. That's right. So if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was. Okay. Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive at the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see. Okay, I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that? Yes, as long as you don't leave the first-class cabin area. I'm afraid I can't remove those handcuffs, though. Nowadays, we abbreviate stuff and sound like cavemen. Back then, they said the whole word and it was fancy. But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders? I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line if that's what it takes to convince the captain. After all, I failed to keep Asogi-san safe. This is the least I can do. Thank you! Let's seize a moment then. Okay, just select a move and we can leave this cabin at last. Alright, let's go. Okay, let us leave this place. To the first and foremost, we must get out of this cabin. Oh, we can go outside! I thought we would just move straight to the room. 9th of January, 7:48 a.m. SS Buria, first class cabin, passageway, so slow. Whew, I'm finally out of the cabin. I have to admit, this isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. And this is the most luxurious accommodation. Yes, indeed. Kazuma was being sent on the study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage. Really? That must be awful. Oh. Oh, look over there. That's another crewman keeping watch, and he looks enormous, even if he is sitting down. The door next to him leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't. I suppose. Like people in handcuffs. Alright. Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. He's totally Slav squatting. He's sitting on a bench, isn't he? It was like a stool. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been at sea for 2 weeks already. Well, yeah, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when I first came aboard. And ever since then, I've been shut up inside that little wardrobe. It must have been a very trying time for you. Please, don't give me that pitying look. Okay, do I look around this area too? Oh, I do look around this area. Okay. Alrighty then, let's take a look. What is this? That's a huge book on top of the table there, and there's a pen next to it. Yes, that looks like the ship's log. Shall we have a little look through it? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded. So is Susato best girl? Susato is the only girl, so I guess by nature of being the only girl, she must be the best girl? She's the only girl, right? Oh no, wait, I forgot about the British girl. Well, out of the 2 girls we have, she's definitely the best girl. You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such beautiful handwriting. He's already hitting on the sailor. And nothing, no reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate the compliment. I'm not sure that rough and ready is much of a compliment, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank. Presumably that means there was nothing to report. How can that be? That sailor acted suspicious, and there was also some kind of disturbance inside the room, so there's no way this boy is horny. Yes, he is. Okay. This looks like a plan of the SS Burya. It shows each deck. Look. The Burya is a large-scale steamship with a triple-skinned hull. Triple-skinned hull? What a marvel of engineering. Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually, but how is it that such a huge lump of metal doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean? He doesn't know how boats float. Okay. He's in college! Well, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san. It is. Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. The islands of Japan. Yes. They're not metal, but they're enormous lumps of earth. Many, many times larger than the ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the gods created them. Is this the best analogy? Wait a second. The islands float, therefore boats can float. I guess Subnautica had floating islands. He slept through his physics classes. What about this door? That's the way to the second-class area of the ship. It's a terrible example. Is something wrong? I was thinking about making a run for it just for a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me. That's just gonna make you look guilty. I might be wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Oh dear. I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there. No, I started it with my talk of running away. And there's no way I could run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. Yeah, true. Okay. Can you talk to this guy? Don't be silly, Ark. Physics wasn't invented yet. How many times is he gonna brandish his manacled fisticuffs? Every single time it's relevant. And even when it's not. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? You? You little stowaway murderer. Would they say stowaway? 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 This one has a different badge. Alzura said that I should turn W sounds into V, so this would be stowaway. That wasn't a good start, was it? Stovetop oven? Wouldn't he say it in Japanese? Alright, let me try instead. Good day, Mr. Sailor. I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you? You? You little third-class lady's maid? Oh, we seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day. I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman. Biff Stroganoff. His name is Stroganoff. That's a food, isn't it? It's beef stroganoff. my god. Sorry. His name is Beef Stroganoff. Okay. He sure is beefy. Whew. The best thing is just to avoid eye contact, I think. You think his mother was hungry? Oh my god. Okay, first class cabin area. Mr. Stroganoff, about this first class cabin area. Here we are in finest part of Burger Stream trip for very important persons. What sort of very important persons? Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons. That is why I am always guarding this place. Gosh, that's amazing. Stop hitting on him! But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in ocean, but Stroganoff is not animal. Thank you! Alright. If I may, I was wondering, what happened to him? How the fuck do you get those tan lines? I don't know. Maybe that's what happens when you leave a beef Stroganoff out in the sun. Did he fall asleep under a wire? Why is his face striped? What was it? I was wondering if is the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's currently occupied? Da. Susato-san, did you understand that? It sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes. Or no! Genius. It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation. Can you do a Russian accent? How would they say without? Well, it sounds like there is somebody in the next door cabin at least. He said, Alzora said that you need to change the W sounds to V and to pronounce the TH sounds wrong. So without would be kind of difficult to say, wouldn't it? Without. Without? Without? It's probably a Z in without. Without? Damn. Sorry, I'm like trying to wrap my head around that. Without? Okay. Yes, it's tantalizing. Alright, you guys can help me train my fake Russian accent. Passenger in the next door cabin. Alright. Could you tell us who's traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asogi's? His name is Mr. Grimesby Roylott. Grimesby Roylott. He is very important Western gentleman. A Western gentleman? Do not think about it. He has nothing to do. Oh, look at that. That sounded kind of Russian. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy. Damn. How can you be so sure about that? Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands. That was harsh. Could you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard? That is not your business. So this whole game is a giant Sherlock Holmes reference. I mean, it's heavily... I don't know if inspired by is the right word, but draws inspiration from? Why does everyone hate Japan? Because this game is really nationalistic. This particular game in the series seems to be all about how Japan is great. And thanks for the tip.
Hello. Thank you.
Because they float on... Shut up. Shut up. Thanks for the tip. Even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks now and I've been in Kazuma's cabin the entire time, I've never once heard anything from the next door cabin, or even felt like there was anyone there. Huh. Well, presumably since this gentleman is occupying one of the first class cabins, he must be rather important. Is that right? If anybody just joined, do you want a summary of what's going on right now? Do you want to be caught up? Can somebody give a summary of what's been going on? Would appreciate it. That is not your business. Sorry, I don't have a really good sense of how Russian sounds, so I'm trying, but it's horrible. Are you on watch here all the time, Seaman Stroganoff? Da, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out. I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all? It is sad about Student Boy. Were you on watch last night as well? Kinda sus, of course. What's with the pause? And did you notice anything at the time? Most Russians pronounce that as dat. Dat? Dat. Dot. Anything unusual? Niet. Niet. Susato-san, did you understand that? It was clearly a no. Japanese exchange student on his way to England asked his personal fuck buddy to stow away on his ship and ended up murdered. Yeah, so basically my friend from the last case, if you remember, was going to go to England, right, on a study abroad trip. And then he convinced me to stow away with him. And then he ended up murdered, and now I'm the prime suspect because he was murdered inside a locked room. Yeah, so we're investigating now. I saw nothing unusual. Nothing. I saw nothing. Nothing. It's gotta be Z right? Nothing unusual. I don't know. It doesn't sound right. And you didn't hear any strange noises or sense anything was wrong in some way? I said no. Sorry. I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment. Hogan's Heroes moment. Alrighty. This is enough. Oh, were you gonna get me tea? This is enough. I cannot say more now. Oh. It is time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin. For TH, pick the easiest consonant to pronounce that sounds similar. I'm doing a shit job of that. Yes, alright. Trying though. Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape Van the Lobster Vissels. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain. Or as English say, when the pigs fly. The pigs fly? Yes, I understand. Alright, good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we? Definitely. Alright. That's sounding more German. Sorry. Look, man. I never said I was any good at this. I was just doing. I'm just trying. But if you want, I'll just read it at my regular. Hey, oh hey. How come this isn't checked? That book on the table there is really huge. There's a pen of it too. I thought we checked this. Yeah, didn't we look at this? Shall we look through it? How come it's not checked anymore? The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage is. You wouldn't expect to remember. We did this. Anyway, look here. Oh, last night's log is mostly. No, we saw this too. Okay. How come it wasn't checked? That's weird. As long as I'm having fun of it, it'll sound fine, maybe. Okay, I think that's probably everything in this corner of the room. Thank you for the tea. Alright, so let's look at the alarm, I guess? What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it? Oh my god. Oh, maybe he's never seen one. That's the emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it. Oh, an alarm. It says, press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship. And brings the vessel to a complete stop. Oh, this I have to see. What are you doing? Don't touch it! But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these oh my god. You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation. I wish everything would just stop. The ship included. He is so stupid. If you have to do something foolish, at least make it something that doesn't affect anyone else. Okay. So what is this? I've been wondering. What is this thing in the corner? Ah, a trap for catching mice. Oh, it's a mouse trap. Yeah, we have plenty of those back home in Japan, although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait. Let me see. Yes, I think that's what it's called. Cheese. Oh, they don't have cheese. It's made from the milk of cows. Cheese? I wonder what that tastes like. They don't have cheese. You can't eat it. The trap will snap shut on your fingers. Really? But, I suppose you're right. If the ship stops moving, he won't get convicted. True, I guess. You weren't actually going to try it, were you? All I've had to eat for the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe. Poor you. I'll find a little snack for you later. Oh, that's nice of her. Okay. Why is the mouse trap important? His leftovers! There's also a 9 out of 10 chance that Ryunosuke is lactose intolerant. Oh yeah, because he's Asian. First class cabin number 1. Yes, that's our cabin. Not our cabin, it's Kazuma's. Sorry? Your accommodation is confined to the wardrobe inside the cabin. You know how to make a stowaway feel small, don't you? As small as the wardrobe I've been calling home. These cabins are the finest on the ship. My own cabin in steerage is number 539, by the way. 500 and? How many cabins are there? Okay. This door. Why did he stow away? My friend asked us to stow away, but he didn't want to explain why. When we asked him why, he refused to explain, so this is it. This is the cabin next to ours, the one the ventilator connects to. Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band emerging. Maybe whoever's in this cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Oh, are we going in? Knock knock.
Hello? Is anyone home? Hello? Mr. Obama?
Yep. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries. How annoying. What was that? It came from inside the cabin. Such a high-pitched scream. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. Oh, I'm about to break the door down. Okay, Mr. Sholmes is here. Obama's on the ship, poggers. I shan't be stopped when the fit is on me. I revel in kicking doors off their hinges. Please wait. The door doesn't appear to be bolted. It doesn't? Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What, pray, can I kick? I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief. Okay, here we go. Yeah, he is kind of annoying. 9th of January, SS Burya, first class cabin number 2. There's the fucking Russian revolutionary! Who are you? A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me. We heard a woman scream. A woman? Don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin. True, this old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, who just screamed? Get out, all of you! Now! Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimesby Roylott, I believe. This is the Russian revolutionary, isn't it? Yes, that's me, and you are? I am the one and only, the actual Herlock Sholmes. You've heard of me, no doubt. No. I am a great detective, blah, 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 blah. So I assure you, you may trust me completely. The man uses that magazine like a business card. A detective? I do not trust detectives. We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time. So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small traveling case? What? Don't be stupid! How could anyone fit in a small trunk like that? Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk. Don't look at me! It moved! Did you see that? Yes, the case just shook. Leave now, otherwise I'll call the steward. It's young Santa. So this is Kazuma's neighbor, Mr. Grimesby Roylott. There's no doubt about it, the strange Russian man is hiding something. No shit! I couldn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns. He's got an elf in there. I guess we're examining the room. Oh. Okay. I'm being threatened with scissors. What the fuck is in here? What do you think you're doing? Maybe it's a pet. This is my cabin. Get out. Could we just have a quick look inside your traveling case, perhaps? No! Ah, what a pity. I think we're out of luck. I think you're right. There doesn't appear to be anything more we can do. Judo throw him? I agree, but there may be someone else who can help. Perhaps that great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Roylott. Okay? So we can't look at that. And... oh, I see. Hey, everything is like checked now. Oh, he's probably gonna say that we can't investigate until we get the detective to talk to him. Right? Okay, yeah. Do you have a moment, Mr. Sholmes? You need only address me as Sholmes. That's what I just did, isn't it? Just report him to the sailor. Come back when you have a warrant. Yeah, that's what this guy said. So, what were you doing in there? Why, I was resting, of course. Resting? Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage for the confines of the wardrobe while waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service. Oh. And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. I hate this guy. Am I mistaken? Well, no, actually, you're spot on for once. Observe closely. Yes? Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Rurlot, is clearly trying to hide something. Yes? No shit. Why do you feel as this case will have a very stupid solution? Yeah. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? What is it? Why? The truth, of course! Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for Russians. Right. Okay. Can you imagine how... You thought he was gonna say vodka? I mean, that's racist. Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it? Yeah, go ahead. Oh yes, please. Kinda makes the protagonist redundant, doesn't he? Yeah, a little bit. Well then, what are you about to see may well astound you. I sort of think the game would be better without him, right? For I'm about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. Okay, hurry up. Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you? What? From time to time, it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness? I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you, or anyone. That's right, and Mr. Sholmes. I know this man's beard and dark glasses are hard to ignore, especially on first meeting, but I once read, it is a capital mistake to theorize before you have all the evidence. It biases the judgment. Shh! I must have complete silence. What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that? Ah, just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Rurlot, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions. Shh, I must allow my racism to fester. What do you mean? Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. Using those shears, you are about to end the existence of something most dear. Are you not? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn, you are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? Oh, is he right? Oh, I never imagined I would witness one of Mr. Sholmes' great deductions with my own eyes. That was a great deduction? Nothing can deceive him. In a single glance, he can deduce all there is to know about a person. What? What ineffable twaddle! Alright. Oh yes, I've read about it countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes. And now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction firsthand. The crime is removing the beard. Oh, maybe he was about to cut it off. This is like a dream come true. I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Rurlot's face. It looks like somehow both of Mr. Sholmes' conclusions were right. How could you? How could I possibly know such things? You wish to say? Something precious is to be lost. True. Very well then, I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery. Let us board the train of reasoning. Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Okay. Hurry up, dude. Oh, whoa. The great deduction. The game is afoot. Topic 1. Old man's identity. Conclusion. Most goofy, fun gameplay features coming. Oh. So the dubious looking Russian Mr. Rurlot. Obviously what catches the eye in the first place is the enormous pair of shears in your hand. Yes. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. Now, moving on. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of this magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article. Which, it would appear, you have read also, Mr. Roylott. Jeez, I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary. You shaved today and now you're feeling targeted? Is your name Villain? That's you. In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary Villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You are the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik. Not that I've heard of you myself, you understand. Old man's identity, a revolutionary on the run, okay. Topic 2. Wrongdoing. Wow. Ridiculous. Now, as for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. The case? Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taking unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see. Ah! And I assure you, the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. This man is just going around accusing everyone of being a Russian revolutionary. He's like, he's part of the... what were they called? Stalin's secret police? He's going around accusing everyone of being a revolutionary. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. That traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare. No, I refuse! What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps, one slight enough to fit therein. A woman inside— you hope it's a cute bunny! Don't be absurd! And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? Oh, it's the ballerina! Or maybe not. Maybe it's just a bunny. Like a cat or dog. Dear me, we are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your carelessness, coup d'oeil, betrays you. I've never seen that word before. What is that? Coup d'oeil? D'oeil? How do we know that Alzora is not a Russian revolutionary infiltrating Shino's stream? You are! Yeah. Just take the tiara, you fucking idiot. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Alright. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. It seems a little bit too convenient. Is there really a girl in there? Well, we did hear a scream, I guess, for there is another most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page. Okay. Renowned prima ballerina of the blah 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 blah. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of an abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova. You just kind of assumed it was his scream and no one thought to ask. Kidnapping of a young ballerina. Okay. Alright. Thus concludes Herlock Sholm's great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elemensky. Elemensky. Okay. Alright. I'm being punished. Torture. Since Sholm said it, it's gotta be all wrong. Susazo-san, that wasn't one of the great deductions I've been hearing so much about, was it? Whoa, you were way off. Coup d'oeil is referring to the glance of the sight that he did. No, Cookie, that's my tea, please. That's my tea, thank you. I'm gonna drink some tea. Well, the stories are full of Mr. Sholmes' brilliant deductions, you know. But that did seem a little different somehow. Excuse me, Mr. Sholmes, could you come over here a moment? Pray, what can I do for you? It's about your deductions. Would you mind? Not at all. Go on. Well, to start with, there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same discussion before, but... these two men look nothing like each other! Ah yes, I recall our discussion earlier. And at the time, I believe I told you...
Cookie, no. No, Cookie. Cookie, no!
that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance. Cookie, fuck off. Whoa, 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 whoa. She's jumping over my glass of water. In fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. Stop! Cookie, no! Ow, 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 Creamy, no! Okay, tell you what. Let's try to finish. They've teamed up, yeah. Let's try to finish out this part of the case. Hi! Bye! She jumped over my lap. They want attention. They do want attention. I haven't been able to play with her recently. I usually try to play with her every day or so, but last couple of days I've been basically almost bedridden or like just lying on the couch a lot, so I haven't been able to play with her.
She's lonely.
Okay, in fairness to Mr. Sholmes, Mr. Roylott does look more like this man than you do. That's not the point. And another thing, the part about him abducting the ballerina, indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman. Not just at first glance, it is too small, clearly. Any idea what's been wrong? We think that I am... Cookie... 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 We think that I have a little bit of anemia. So the blood test came back. So my blood iron level was technically in the anemic range, but my doctor was like, everything looks fine. So I was like, okay, I guess everything's fine. Wasn't really sure what to make of it actually. It was like 11 point something was my blood iron level. So like not like super duper like I'm dying anemic, but and then you want to take her? I guess I'm gonna end soon. It doesn't. You need to distract her though because she's climbing over my desk.
Cookie.
Back off for 5 minutes. Thank you. It is too small, clearly. You got your cat one of those balls stuck in a circular track things. It has been very self-entertaining for her. She does play with that, but so I need more iron-rich food. Maybe, yeah. We bought some. Cass went to Costco today and bought some multivitamins, so I'm gonna eat that. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old child in that case, even if you push really hard. Shino, eat your spinach. I don't know what's wrong. Yeah, I don't suppose the missing ballerina is a 5-year-old child, is she? You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15. Fruity Pebbles is. Oh, is it really? Does it have iron? No, I didn't know. How could I?
Cookie? You wanna sit on my lap? Bye!
Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of her would be poking out from the case. Some years ago, I read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain liveliness in their bodies. Vinegar? For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case. Oh dear, you might be thinking of contortionists in the circus, Mr. Sholmes. Oh, this whole thing is turning into a circus. Yeah, this is kind of dumb. This guy's boring. Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Sholmes' deductions just now. I think his powers of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the heart of a matter almost instantly. It's just where he directs his attention and his logic that seems a little off. Your idea of a little may be a little off itself. It's just one or two keywords in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives. What do you think? Switch some keywords in his deductions. Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of his great deduction. Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind. This man is a lot of work. At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me. Oh no, he's self-aware. He knows there's something wrong with him. It's not that funny. And you, my good fellow. Sorry? Take a moment to look at your wrists. Can you, please? Yeah, it's okay. Yeah. Take a moment to look at your wrists. My wrists? Wait! What? What happened to my handcuffs? Huh? How did... I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction. I don't believe it! Mr. Sholmes, you are a marvel! And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrist when we are finished. I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this. So, let us begin. Sherlock Sholmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular. Oh. Oh. Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Oh. Oh. Okay. So, the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Rorlot, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. How do I correct this? It's the enormous pair of shears in your hand, yeah. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? Sholmes destroys a suspicious Russian man with facts and logic. The answer, of course, is staring us in the face. Okay. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport. I'm not sure. Would you really use shears like that to cut off a beard? I doubt that's something I'll ever have to worry about. It doesn't quite sit right with me, though. It doesn't seem to be sitting right with Mr. Rorlot either. Which means, I suppose, that the deduction is wrong. Let's try to switch a keyword here. See if it helps matters. Alright, but how? I think we should start by taking a long, hard look at Mr. Rorlot. I wonder if it's really his beard that he intended to use those shears on. Exactly. If we do manage to find something that seems to fit the sense of Mr. Sholmes' deduction better, then what? Then I'll leave the rest in your capable hands. What? Okay. Why am I the one to do something about this? Anyway, let's see if there's anything we could even use to switch around in that last sentence. What exactly was Mr. Rorlot really going to use those enormous shears for? Copious beard. Big cat. Coat buttons? Can I scroll down? Oh. You can turn the camera. Golden lock. Oh! She has hair! Yes. It's the ballerina. Golden locks. Oh. You are on the verge of using the shears to cut away the golden locks you sport. Well, I see. Indeed, you have identified the precise detail I was intending to expose. Okay, such lush golden hair certainly does not befit an old man. The thick plottins. You're not a man at all, you're a woman, and judging from the length and sheen of your hair, one still very much in her youth. Oh no!
Oh no! Ooh, woo!
If only I had managed to cut off my hair, no one would have suspected. Okay. The question then begged is this: why would you desire to rid yourself of these magnificent locks? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity. Article about the revolutionary. Well, okay. Yeah, okay, I see where this is going. Yeah. What? Why are you staring at me like that? Yes, it was a surprise. Naruhodo-san, you're enjoying this, aren't you? Oh, you were right about the scream. Yeah, I thought maybe it was the woman, but I wasn't sure. You look like you're in your element as you dance around the room deducing the facts of Mr. Sholmes. I'm just doing what we agreed. I'm not having fun or anything. This is strictly business, not strictly... I understand. Say no more. Well, anyway, let's focus on this next part of Mr. Sholmes' deduction, shall we? The evidence is wrong and I need to change it. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Let's switch the evidence. Yep. Okay. Yep. For some reason, this woman needed to try to hide her true identity. I feel as though I've either read or heard about— Yep, we have. We definitely have. Okay, ganbarimasu. Article about the ballerina. Present.
Yes!
Sometimes dudes let out girly screams. Nothing wrong with that. True. The evidence that reveals your true identity is, of course, the article about the ballerina. There we go. That's right. You've hit the nail on the head. Renowned prima ballerina, blah blah blah. Wow. It would appear we are finally able to address you by your true name. Yes, because your true identity is that of the Novik Ballet's prima ballerina, Miss Nikolina Pavlova. Oh, we got her. Rat. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. Oh? She gonna pull off to show the tiara? You're right. My real name is Nina. I mean Nikolina Pavlova.
But please, I beg you, don't tell anyone. Ooh.
Oh. A ballerina on the run. Why would she wear earrings under her beard? Why not, Zali? You gotta look your best no matter where you are. Okay. So what the hell is inside the case, then? Now, as for my second conclusion, you are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Yes. Oh yes, Miss Pavlova. Taken unawares, people have a lot of repeating. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime, yes, okay. The traveling case. So it's not the traveling case. This woman is the ballerina, and she's right in front of our eyes. So clearly she can't be inside that traveling case. No, that's right. It seems she wasn't abducted at all. In which case, what is the crime this young woman is apparently committing? Stealing the thing, I guess? Ah, I can see I'm going to have to step in again. You seem to look pleased. Do you like the idea of another chance? Okay. Blah, blah, blah. There must be something else here that shows what this woman is up to. Oh dear. Can I look around? Oh, the tiara!
Yes!
The tiara is behind the chair. Okay. Okay. The proof of your crime is surely this tiara. We got her. I believe this tiara is worn on stage by dancers in the ballet, is it not? But what if she is? What, abducted? Indeed, it would appear to be identical to the tiara picture here in this newspaper article. And if the reporting is to be believed, it's an item worth 20,000 rubles. In summary, the crime you have committed is theft. Oh no! Yes, you left your ballet troupe, unlawfully taking their precious tiara with you. Oh, she's gonna take her hat off? No. She was just adjusting it. Some multiverse shit going on. I have no one, no family, no friends. I am all alone, and I need money! Wow, that's relatable. But I did not steal the tiara. It was a present from, how do you say? An Earl of Prussia. It belongs to me? This girl is only 15 years old, and she's run away all by herself. So just like the Swan Lady, is she gonna get a pass for being cute? She must have been extremely lonely. Alright, I will tell you everything. There is no point to hiding it now. Come, let us not be hasty. What? Huh? There remains one unsolved mystery about you. Mystery? What do you mean? You like this VTuber more than the one in the previous case? Yeah, she was a bit cuter. You have staunchly refused to open this traveling case of yours in our presence. It is reasonable to conclude, therefore, that there exists some reason why you wish it to remain closed. It's probably like her pet or something. Is that not so, Miss Pavlova? My dear girl, there is no sense in playing games with me. Nothing escapes my attention. Indeed, I have a very good idea of the contents of your case even before I have ever laid eyes on them. What is it? Dear me. It must be a puppy. We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless glance betrays you. Once again, we need only follow your glance, okay? Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case, written in the books on the shelf? He's completely changed tack of his deduction now. I think Mr. Sholmes is adapting his logic to the changing circumstances, don't you? Maybe, but why has he suddenly brought the bookshelf into all this? It's just a wild guess. Oh, do you think so? Because her name's Pavlova. Oh, like the dog experiment, you're right, like Pavlov. Well, it doesn't seem likely that the reason why this young woman doesn't want to open her case would have been written in a book that doesn't even belong to her. Yes, that's true, but still, Miss Pavlova certainly did cast her eyes in that direction. I noticed it myself. Then there has to be another reason why. Okay, let's find it. Let's find it. Okay. Let's find it. Come on. Okay. Books on the shelf. Small picture. Is it a picture of a dog? Books on the shelf. Oh, pets, 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 yes! Pets. Pets. Okay, but Pavlova was also a very famous ballerina from around the same. Oh, really? So it's a real person. Yes, the reason why you refuse to open your case, written in the rules of passage. Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. Inside that case of yours is something forbidden from carriage on this vessel. That is the real reason why you refuse to open it, thus revealing its contents. It's a dog. Or a cat or something. As we've seen, the trunk wobbles from time to time, but no weapon or other dangerous item would move of its own accord. Which leaves but one possibility. Inside your traveling case... Oh! Is the last item listed as forbidden a pet? We got her. Okay, I'm tired. You wanna stream tomorrow or Monday? Should I take another day off? I'm like gonna take forever to get through this game though if I keep taking days off. Possession of a prohibited animal. Solved. Okay. Yeah, we did it. Deduction complete. Elementary. Jeez, that was a mess. Okay. You can also check items during the dance with space before presenting. Oh, I see. Okay. So clearly you aren't who you said you were. No, I am not Grimesby Warlot. My real name? Yeah, we know. Okay, everything you said was correct. After the adjustments anyway. You absconded during one of your ballet company's performances in order to escape your homeland. Later that same night, you stole aboard this vessel, which couldn't have been easy. The Burya is a huge steamship with a vast crew. It was elementary, my dear Zali, so she murdered Kazuma because he found out about her pet. That's a little bit intense, isn't it? Could she really have snuck on board without being noticed? In order to obscure your true identity, you somewhat recklessly took the guise of an old gentleman, and you intended to sever all links of your past by severing your long hair. Yet to a woman, hair is no trifling matter. My personal recommendation is to leave well alone. So, it was just you about to cut off your own hair. Who was it that let out the scream we heard from outside the cabin? That veritable tinkling of a bell? Why, none other than this young lady, naturally. More like a full set of pipes if you ask me. Why did she scream? I was so scared when I ran away in Shanghai. I was sure they would come looking for me. That's why I decided to, how do you say? Disguise myself? So no one would recognize me. As a result, you transformed yourself into that questionable old man. I see. Okay, I put on the fur hat and fake beard. Then, just before you came in here, I saw in the newspaper, right on the page, there was a picture of me. I was so frightened, I couldn't stop from screaming. I knew that if I didn't change my appearances completely, they would find me. I see. So she planned to live out the rest of her days as an old man. So I decided to cut all my hair as fastly as possible. I picked up the scissors in my hand and... At that precise moment, we walked in through the annoyingly unlocked cabin door. Things happen like that sometimes, don't they? Things do indeed happen like that. from time to time. Hi, fat boy. Probably could have tucked her hair in the back of the jacket. Maybe. Are those two even talking about the same thing? How am I doing? I'm kind of sick. I'm probably going to stop pretty soon. There's just one more thing I'd like to know. Can we see it? What exactly do you have inside your traveling case? You were right. It is my dear friend inside. My only friend in the whole world. Probably dead by now because of no oxygen. Please! Don't tell anyone if the captain finds out. If you say to any of the crew, your secret is safe with us, I assure you. But in return, I want to see it. You must tell us, in as much detail as you can muster, about the events of last night. Oh? Yes, alright. I will tell you. Oh shit, it's getting exciting actually. Wasn't it something, Mr. Shulm's great deduction? It was something alright, yeah. I'm just not entirely sure what it was. But at least Miss Pavlova has agreed to tell us what she knows. That's incredible. Indeed, it is incredible. Ah, and one more thing. Oh, yeah? What? Is he in every mission from now on? Because he's kind of annoying. Observe your wrists. My... He tied me up again. Ah, your hands are cuffed again. What? But how? True to my word, I have restored your shackles. Grr, when and why? There is still a shadow of guilt cast over you, Mr. Naruhodo. I'm sorry to say, it can't be helped at the moment. Ah, can't it really? He seems like he'd be crucial to the rest of the game given that deduction. Yeah, I guess. Her luck confirmed Houdini. What was Houdini's first name? Or last name? John? John Houdini? Harry Houdini? Oh shit, I was gonna do, cause he's Herlock Sholmes, right? So I was gonna swap them, but it's both H. I was gonna swap his first name and last name's first letters, but it's both H. Anyway, let's listen to what Miss Pavlova has to say. I can't go on not knowing. I have to find out what the speckled band that Kazuma wrote about in his diary really was. Oh man, I wanted to end, but this seems like it's gonna be interesting. Alright, no, I'm gonna stop because I'm feeling like super sick. Hori Houdini? Hori Houdini. Yeah, okay. Alright. Thanks for watching, team. Next time we're gonna find out what the fuck that speckled band thing was about. Who is streaming right now? Who is streaming right now? Is Ari going? Is she streaming today? Let's see. I do not see Ari. I do not see Ari. Yeah, who shall we raid? Maybe Ren? She's playing Tiny Tina. Oh, thanks for the follow. Oh yeah. If you enjoyed the stream, you can follow me on wait for Rue and raid her. Is she gonna start? Rue, wake up. Thanks for the wonderful stream. Please get plenty of rest. Thank you so much for the first time chat. Appreciate it. Hope you'll come back next time. I'm gonna keep playing this game. I'm enjoying it, so yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I'll try to figure out what's wrong. Chowing down on some Fruity Pebbles? Hey, maybe I should, you know? Yeah, the multivitamin made me feel kind of sick actually, so I don't know what's wrong. But is she gonna be a while? You guys want to just chat, or should we just like? I could just raid someone else. It's like not, you know. Yeah, I could just raid someone else, I think, because I want to log off already. I don't want to chat anymore. I feel bad. Want a suggestion? I'm gonna look at... No, I can do Ren. Ren is nice. Okay. You just looked up pictures of Harry Houdini. Man was ripped. Was he? Thanks everyone for coming to the stream. Appreciate the views. And I will see you next time. Good. Take care. Yeah, you too. Thanks everyone. Goodbye. Bye bye Dingba. Bye Razumi. Thanks for the gift subs and the donations. Night night. Ugh.